Okay, welcome back to another episode of You Can't Kiki with Us.
Hey guys!
This is Jasmine. I go by she, her.
I'm Makoa.
What do you go by?
He, him, she, whatever. Really, it doesn't matter.
Please.
Pronouns, please. Okay, I go by he, him, actually. No, I go by she.
You go by she, boo?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so this boo goes by she. So we're going to do a quick, since this is another episode, we're going to start again with the Makoa watch.
Yes, girl. Tell them what
So
I'm wearing.
we've got-
Tell the audience. Paint them a picture, darling.
We've got probably the best look yet,
Really?
in my opinion. So
You mean this top's the IKEA sheet wrapped around my waist?
Can you believe?
Okay.
So we've got a flowy, sheer, black gown happening with gold beading and almost like rhinestone looking emblems all around the collar and down the arms.
Yes.
And around because it's about like one of those, what are they, 75%?
It's a caftan.
Okay, why do you have to ruin my shit? I'm talking.
How many clues do you want, girl?
So it's a caftan. Fuck my drag. It's a caftan. And then we've got some t-shirts wrapped into a turban on your head, wrapped in pearls.
Yes.
Which the accent, it's the attention to detail for me.
Yes.
Because it's great. And then following that, we've got a beautiful set of $6 sunglasses from Amazon.
Yes, girl.
And
yes,
a beautiful pair of like cotton on socks.
Girl, I think they're Under Armour socks. They're also that awkward like ankle length.
And we've got some recovering scars from our last week's episode.
My scabs are healing.
The scabs are healing from the traumatic fall.
They look good.
The traumatic fall.
Yes, girl, I'm feeling this fantasy. I bought it yesterday.
I'm so here for it.
Because I was like, shit, I have to like put something together every week now. You know, like to be in character for this.
Even though it's no video recording. You're like, I have to put
no one can see me, and we have 2 audience members. Like, even though we have 2 fans only, it's fine.
Fans only.
Yeah. So, anyways, I went to my favorite little thrift store / costume shop here local. It's called Retro Reload. Shout out to Retro Reload. Sorry, I'm stuttering. And I got this beautiful caftan. I get a lot of my like weird shit there.
Yes.
Like a lot of like my draggy stuff. Because they just have like gaudy things there.
It's so
every time I go.
There.
Every time I go, they have like fur coats. They have flowy shit. They have like pinup-y stuff. They have everything.
And Makoa has promised to take me.
Yes, I'm going to take her.
Because I want to get a matching outfit with this hoe. Yes. And then we can do full looks.
Yes. Also, we should like match to go. We're going to go see Trixie in December.
Yes, because it got postponed.
Yeah,
Mama Realness. Because what happened was, I'm not that person. I'm so sorry. So like, what happened?
Like Mama Realness.
I'm so sorry. I apologize to everyone. That's not who I am. But we had tickets to see Trixie in February. Actually, you bought them back in like October because it was my birthday. And then Makoa was like, I'm treating you. We're getting meet and greet tickets to Trixie Mattel, who's my favorite fucking drag queen of all time. Yeah. And I like died in that moment. Too, though. Yeah. Yes, yeah. So we were going to do that. And then like with the weeks coming up, it was getting closer to the dates.
They didn't like postpone it until like last minute.
They didn't postpone it until like the week of. They're like, oh, by the way, this show not happening.
So we got it in October. And then we were just like, cool, it's in February. Like, this is really fun.
Plenty of time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my birthday's right around February. So I was like, oh, this is cool. It's going to be like my birthday outing type of thing. During quarantine, you can't like go and celebrate a birthday. So it was like, I was like really looking forward to it. And so like, we kind of forgot about it or put it on the back burner. And then like, as February came, we're like, wait, like, are we seeing Trixie this month? Like, is that actually happening? Like, what am I going to wear?
Yeah.
Like, am I even going to go and drag? Like,
yes.
Like, what's it gonna be like? Are we gonna be like in little bubbles and like little cages?
Are we gonna be 6 feet apart?
Yeah, we didn't know, so we were like, "What the hell's going on?"
And then we were almost kind of like, I can speak for myself at least. I was getting a little disheartened. I was like, I don't want to meet her if it's gonna be like, across the room, like, "Hey, what's up?" And then take a photo from like panoramic view.
Yeah, I want to like smell her. Like, I want to be able to like nuzzle my snout in her neck.
I want to smell that turquotic.
Yeah. I want to smell the polyester costume. Like. I want to smell it so bad. Yeah.
I know. Well, which we'll get into a little bit. But we did have a problem with our first week's audio. We had like talked about how we became friends, how we met, like how our friendship has since flourished, and our audio was so trash that like no matter what program like I ran it through, it just went worse. It became worse.
Because Jasmine's host / production. I just sit here.
Yeah, Makoa, I pay her to look pretty, and that's
I just sit here and look pretty.
Yeah, I pay her to look pretty, and then that's about all we get. And I pay her in Prosecco, which I don't buy. You buy. You buy your own Prosecco.
Bitch, where?
You buy your own Prosecco, and then I like let you have it.
Yeah. You divvy it out.
Yes, yeah. Not even that, because Cameron does it. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I just am taking credit for shit that I'm not doing.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna go a little bit again back into how we met, how we became friends, how our friendship has since existed since we met, because we met,
we met in high school.
Yeah, so that was more than 10 years ago. Because it was like sophomore.
I mean, we're not old guys. We do TikTok dances. We're not old, okay?
My cousins do it too. And they're like
12.
No, they're actually turning 18. We'll talk about it later. Anyways, so Makoa and I met in high school. I think it was like sophomore or junior year.
Yeah, because I had recently moved. I recently moved, and so I went to a different high school for the first 2 years of high school, and then I moved, and then I did senior year together at that school. Yeah.
Okay, so junior year we met. We had Spanish 3 together.
Espanol.
Which homegirl speaks fluently.
I do.
Meanwhile, I don't speak it. Well, I understand it quite well because my grandparents speak Spanish fluently. Yeah. But we met because he sat in front of me.
I thought I sat behind you for some reason.
You sat in front of me. You sat in front of me 100%. I remember your big ass like turning around.
I must have sat behind you in another class then.
We only had that one class.
Okay.
Unless
whatever.
I didn't see you. Because
I was behind you. Just kidding.
No.
At one point, I think I was behind you for some reason.
It's possible you sat behind me one day.
Anyways.
But anyway, so we met in high school in junior year in Spanish 3.
Girl.
We don't need to speak her name, but she was not a good teacher.
Crazy.
She was insane. And she was in love with my grandpa because my grandpa taught.
A love story.
He taught there for 40 years at the high school that we went to. And so he knew a lot of the teachers, and she was like about him. And I was like, ma'am, it's not going to happen. My grandma's the best.
Is he
person.
Hot?
Well, he's 80. So.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to speak about my family.
Is it your dad's side or your mom's side?
My mom's side.
Oh, okay.
Because
I bet your dad has a hot dad also.
He's not alive. He's not with us anymore.
I know, but I bet he was really hot.
He was British. He had a British accent.
Extra hot. That's like, you can look like a toad and have a British accent, and I'm like, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I'll hook you up with my
after
grandpa.
After a drink, maybe. Yeah.
I'll hook you up with Grandpa Mike in heaven. So, you can try. You can try. But we became, we weren't even like close in high school. We were like,
you were so quiet.
I was very quiet, very like afraid of life, and then Makoa was like the life of the party, very loud, very out there.
I also was not like attracted like sexually or anything, but like I was always like attracted to like the quieter kind of like kids because like I feel like they were like so much like easier to entertain, kind of, like I can just kind of mess with you a little bit.
It's more of a challenge to entertain. Too.
And also it's just like you can mess with them a little bit more, and they won't like.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. They'll just be like awkward reactions to things,
Yes. So at the time, I was obsessed with Adam Lambert.
Oh my God.
And Makoa loved to give me shit about it on the daily. Would turn around and be like, because I remember Adam Lambert had a song called "If I Had You."
Oh,
and there was something about Maseratis in there. And this bitch would always turn around and be like, who the fuck drives Maseratis?
Mind you, I said it in that voice and I was in the closet.
I know. She was straight portraying at the time.
Girl, I was straight acting. I was like, no, I wasn't. Was I? Did you know then?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, we on it. We on it.
Okay.
You had your studded, like, what earrings that, like, slightly gauged
Yeah,
earrings?
I had, like, little plugs. Yeah, like,
and
little gauges.
You had your lip piercing.
I had lip piercings. Yeah.
And
Junior year, I had one. And senior year, I was like, I'm gonna fuck it up this summer and pierce my other side of the lip.
Hot girl summer.
Yeah, I was like, girl, I'm about to fuck it up. I'm about to come into that senior photo. Remember when you had to like dress up for that senior photo?
With like a tux.
Girl, I walked in there. I had both lips pierced. I literally looked like a lesbian. Did I not look like a lesbian in high school?
Beautiful. I actually thought you were very good looking in high school because Makoa is like 6'5".
Yes, I'm tall.
Out of drag. Just flat-footed.
Yeah, flat-footed, honey.
And was like my ideal person because it was like skinny jeans, the piercings, everything. And I was like, but I was like afraid of the world at the time because we were like 15, 16.
I mean, I think everyone wanted me, if that's what you're getting at.
Stop.
Yeah.
But I was like afraid. But then Makoa would try so hard to talk to me and stuff, and I'll be like, I don't know what to say to people. Like I would get so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you were very and like it came off as bitchy though. Yeah. Because you had that like resting bitch face.
I've been told.
Yeah.
I've been burned with this before.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like you're just like quiet and shy. It's just like don't talk to me and don't look at me.
Yeah. Because I was like so afraid of people that I was like, if you look at me or acknowledge my existence, it's over for me.
And I was the opposite. I was like, hey, everyone, look at me. Look at me so I don't have to look at myself. That was my vibe.
The inner trauma is coming out.
Yeah.
But, you know, we tried. And then so we never actually hung out outside of school or anything like that.
I remember, I don't know how I got your number. But I remember
had, like my something. It was like a social media. It was MySpace.
It might have been MySpace. Oh my God. We are so old.
So you had my like MySpace and you'd like post bulletins for me or whatever. Yeah. Like, oh my God, remember bulletins?
Girl, do you remember the top 8? Like, girl.
Some of y'all need to be put in your place.
Yes.
That's known.
And you would know all the drama.
Yes.
If like the popular kids were like moving around their top 8s, you're like,
something happened between
like, what's the tea?
And Jana.
Yeah. It was like so dramatic. It was like such like, oh God, that was toxic.
I loved it.
Me too. I'm like, can we bring that back?
Don't pretend you didn't love it.
Can we bring that back? Because I need to put a couple bitches in their place.
I know. But so you had but I think you had like my number. There was like an app or something we had numbers. I can't remember what it was at the time because Snapchat didn't exist.
Oh, was it like a text-free thing?
Something like that. It was like you had something of mine. And
it was like pre-WhatsApp, right?
Yeah. Whatever it was at the time. Like that. Comment below if you know. But we don't. It's something like that. You would like reach out to me or text me or something.
I would like text you like weird shit. Yeah, and for some reason I called you sassy. I
remember exactly why. So one day we were in Spanish and there was like a crossword puzzle or something. We were doing like something with Scrabble tiles, I think. And you had like 6 tiles or something like that. And you were like, hey, you turned around, like whipped around to my seat. You're like, bitch, I have well, I don't know if you said bitch.
I probably didn't. But like, in my head I did.
I know. You're like, I found a new word. And I was like, what's up? And you're like, sass. And I was like, what? But then like from then on, for some reason, you called me Sassy.
Yeah, that was the nickname.
That was the name you called me for years after that.
Like, wait, why don't I call you that now? That is so weird. I have not called you that since high school.
Not once. And then I just remember you calling me Sassy because you signed my yearbook, a senior yearbook, as Sassy. And I was kind of like, I don't know why we're calling me Sassy because I never said anything to you. So it must have come from that.
I don't remember that, but I guess.
But anyway, we never hung out outside of high school. No. We never spoke, really much by that. But like I got a job my senior year, like halfway through the senior year. I started working at Jersey Mike's.
Oh yeah, the sandwich shop.
And I worked there for like 5 months because I didn't get along with the manager and I had major authority issues at the time. So I was like, you tell me what to do, sir. Please. Yeah. And like it became a problem and I was like, I'm graduating, I'm done, I'm not doing this whole work.
Yeah, this was in high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or senior year of high school.
Senior year of high school. And then I quit. But then shortly before I quit, apparently Makoa got hired by the same company.
It must have been shortly afterward. Because I remember like after senior year summer, my mom was like, you need to figure out what you're doing. You're either gonna work or go to school. Like figure it out. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was like, it was like 3 weeks left of fucking that summer and I was like, oh my God, like I need to find a job because I'm not going to school. Like I was like, no, I'm not going to college. Like I cannot. And so then I found this I think it was on Craigslist. Remember when Craigslist was like a place where you go look for jobs?
When you could safely look for jobs?
Yeah. Where you can like look for jobs and then also hook up at that same interview. Like,
you never know.
That's when Craigslist was really fun. Anyways. And then, so, like, I remember, like, going to the interview and being like, oh, my God, like, I hope I get it. Because, like, there's only, like, 2 weeks left of this summer break. And if I don't get this job, I have to fucking go enroll at a community college.
And that's not going to happen.
And I cannot. No. And so then I remember, like, I got the job and I felt like it was, like, the biggest weight lifted off my shoulders to fucking work at a sandwich shop. And I remember, like, strutting into my mom's room and being like, so.
I'm fucking employed.
I got the job. And she's just like, okay, when do you start? And I was like, this weekend. And she's like, okay. And I was like, by the way, you have to drive me there every day.
I know. I didn't drive when I first got hired.
My mom had to drive me from like here to Jersey Mike's in Hawthorne. Yeah.
I lived down the street, so I would walk. And what sucked for me is that because we were in high school at the time, I had to work the night shifts and I would walk home in Hawthorne at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night by myself. And I was like, my parents were like, if you don't come home, then we'll know to look for you. I was like, okay.
Like, wow, that's middle child syndrome, girl. Oh, when you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest and like unloved. Apparently, no, my parents love me, but still.
That's so funny.
I tell myself that every day.
Affirmations.
Yeah, so I didn't know that Makoa got hired shortly thereafter me. So after I left. Yeah.
You left, and then you had gone to Vaughn's.
I moved to Vaughn's, but then Makoa made friends with a lot of people that I was friends with because you worked at the same location that I worked at.
Yeah.
And I moved over to grocery store I worked at Vaughn's. I got hired at 17, because it was right after high school because I graduated at 17.
That's right.
It's not humble brag.
Tell them all, girl.
No, it's because I started school at 4 instead of 5. But I got hired at Vaughn's at 17, and then I worked there for about a year and a half, or give or take. And towards the end of my time, guess who fucking comes in? I get hired right after me.
It was so, like, weird.
Makoa gets hired.
And it wasn't intentional. Like, I wasn't stalking you.
No, we know
anymore.
Unconfirmed.
Yeah.
But
allegedly.
I had no idea, because then Makoa got hired within the last couple of weeks that I was working there.
Yeah.
So I was already on my way out by the time you got there. And you got hired in the deli.
I got hired in the fucking deli. Oh my god. I wanted to be a bagger. Like, I wanted to be like a bagger or like a checkout person.
The courtesy clerk.
Yeah, but like you can't start off as that. Like you have to like.
That's what you have to start off as. That's what I started off as.
They didn't let me.
Okay, they had issues with you then.
I guess
right out the gate, because I had to start as a courtesy clerk until the day I turned 18. They made me come in and train to be a checker. Because once you're 18, you're old enough to be a checker.
Yeah.
And
see, I wanted that.
Yeah, I hated that.
I was behind the fucking meat counter, girl. That was sad. And I
gained behind the deli.
I gained so much weight.
The deli is where you do it. Yeah, because I did the checker, then I did like the overnight shifts, the price changes.
Yeah.
And then I got promoted to bookkeeper. At fucking 18 years old, I was a bookkeeper with 0 college education, 0 accounting experience, nothing. And I got an interview with loss prevention right before, and they were just like, if you saw $5 extra, would you take it? And I was like, no. And they were like, you're hired. I was like, what the fuck? That's all it takes. I was like, had I answered yes, would it be different?
They'd been like, let's get her for a second. Right. Let's ask her a different question. Yeah.
And so I was a bookkeeper in like at 18. Or no, I was about 19 at the time, by the time you got hired. Because then I remember I had like recent Facebook memories come up. And it was like me talking about something about Vaughn's, and you were just like, oh, I'm starting next week at the deli. And
oh, yeah, that's like, right. You sent that to me. I forgot.
And I don't remember. I honestly, I feel bad about this, but I don't remember Makoa at all.
It's okay. I hardly remember you nowadays.
That's fine. I don't even think of you.
Yeah. Who are you?
So, again, like, we just kind of, like, had destined to be somewhere in each other's lives.
It was so weird, yeah.
And it wasn't happening. And I remember one time going to see a movie at AMC Theaters Del Amo.
Oh, my God.
And you texted me for some reason. I think I posted on Facebook or something that I was at the theaters to see something. I can't remember what it was. And I remember you texting me being like, bitch, I'm in the same theater as you.
I'm watching the same
movie. And then you yelled out in the theater, sassy!
Yeah, I remember that.
I said nothing.
Yeah, you were just like, oh my God.
Because I was still in that phase, even though we were out of high school. I was just like, I can't speak to people who speak to me. And then that's like the most that I remember of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was so strange because like we'd never connected, but it was like we were so right behind each other. Yeah, it was so weird.
Years. Like, or I should say our paths crossed a lot. Our paths crossed a lot, but it like never clicked until recently.
Never. So quarantine hit. The world ended in 2020. If you don't remember,
we all got fat
in March. Don't say we all.
Some of us fatter than others. Just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Excuse me, ma'am. Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, but really.
So,
you know who you are.
So I think it was like the first couple months into quarantine, I get a DM from Miss Makoa over here saying like, I think I had posted something on a story.
No, this is what happened.
Okay, tell me.
This is what happened. So, me being a overweight Hispanic gay, I watch Drag Race religiously, right? And so I remember, like, you know, so I follow a lot of the queens, and I remember, like, you know how, like, on Instagram that shows you, like, who else has, like, liked it? Mm-hmm. So, like, I remember, like, every time I would see a picture of Trixie especially, but, like, every time I would see a picture of a queen, you know, on Instagram and I would go to like it, it would say, like, Jasmine also likes, or, you know, Jasmine has liked it. And I was like, what is she? I'm like, wait, is this the same Jasmine? And I would click on it. And I'm like, that's Jasmine that I went to high school with. And so then I was just like, what the fuck? And I kept seeing it. Like, it wasn't just like once. Like, I kept seeing it, like, over a period of time, and I was like, okay, she must watch Drag Race. Like, there's like no coincidence here.
Oh.
What is that? Okay, anyways, sorry. And so then I was just like, oh my god, like I'm gonna message this bitch and be like, do you watch Drag Race? Because I have friends who watch Drag Race, and my boyfriend also watches Drag Race with me. But
now he's your boyfriend.
But I'm like, we're gonna skip that, yeah. but like no one's as fanatical as I am. Like I can like recite lines and like I'm just like a super fan. I would consider myself a super fan.
Oh my gosh.
And then so just like, oh my god, like she must like it also. So like I reached out to her and I sent you a DM and I was just like,
this bitch slid into my DMs.
Yes.
In
And
quarantine.
what did I say?
You had said like I think I had posted something on my story as well about Drag Race or Trixie or something. And you responded to me. You were like, "Bitch, you watch Drag Race?"
Like, do you watch Drag Race? Yeah.
And here we go. We haven't spoken since high school time ish.
I would say like 2 years after high school.
If that.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Bitch, do you watch Drag Race?" And I was like, "Oh, she's finally out. Okay, we can talk about this."
Follow the journey, honey.
And then you were like, bitch, do you watch Drag Race?" And I was like, religiously. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I had felt similarly to Makoa, was like, I am a fanatic.
Yeah.
Like to record, like to recite lines and things like that. And no one in my life is on that level of loving Drag Race the way that I did. So when you were like, bitch, I watched it.
I mean, there's like, people online and stuff, but like not close friends.
Not like people, you know, like in person, you know. And so I was kind of like, okay, all right, sure, you watch Drag Race. Let's talk about it. And then you like disclosed to me, you're like, so I live with my boyfriend. I was like, oh, it's finally happening for you. Yeah. And I thought it was great. And then like, what was funny is you were like, you should come over because I'm starting to get into drag.
Yes.
And I see you do makeup stuff.
Because during quarantine, I was like, wait, this is my chance. Like, everyone has to pause their shit right now. Like, this is a chance for me to like grow and like develop a new skill.
Yeah.
So I can come out of quarantine like booked and highly flavored, or what is it? Blessed and highly favored. Booked and blessed. Like I wanted to be doing drag shows, you know, in my obsessive compulsive mind. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking master this, and once we're all vaccinated, I'm gonna be fucking doing shows, traveling the globe, girl. I'm gonna be doing all these big headlines. Like I thought I was gonna be that bitch, right? Mind you, with no dance skill. Hardly any, like I have a very niche lip sync library, but I thought I was gonna be that bitch.
Yeah. And like,
mind you, I was like, had like 2 Morphe palettes and I was like, that bitch.
I know.
Girl.
But fully. And then like, I just didn't know. And I want to appreciate Cameron over here, who's constantly filling our Prosecco. And I appreciate you so very much, my dear. Who is Makoa's boyfriend.
Roommate who I sleep with.
Roommate who she sleeps with, apparently.
We're not gonna get into that. Just kidding.
We're not talking about personal issues now. But yeah, and so then Makoa reached out to me and said like, oh my god, you watch Drag Race? Like what? Like I.
It was basically like, bitch, come over. Let's like Kiki. And
that's right. You invited me over. Yes. You're like, you do makeup. I
was like, come over, help me with the makeup because I was a mess.
Yes.
I was a fucking mess.
You actually knew how to
disagree with me. You're like, yes, she was. Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, I'm just listening. So what was funny to me is that I haven't seen this bitch in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, come over to my house.
My girl, come over.
You haven't seen me in 10 years. You don't even know if this is actually me. So I was starting to think like the day before, I was like, what if this isn't actually Makoa?
But see, I'm so privileged that I don't even worry about stranger danger.
See, I work in nonprofit.
Big ass boy. Like, ain't nobody taking advantage of me.
I work in a crisis center, let's be clear.
Yeah.
And I had like all of the red flags going off. Like, you haven't seen this person in 10 years. You don't know if this is actually them.
Yep.
And all this stuff. So I was kind of like, what if I just show up to this person's house
and I'm a Nigerian prince that needs your money?
Exactly. And so I was just like, you know what? You know, when quarantine hit, we're all like, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
So I was just like, who cares? I'm just going to go. And I showed up, no makeup.
I remember
no makeup because we're going to get dragged together. I know you. It's burned into your memory. And you were just like, you were like, we're going to get dragged together.
Yeah. So the plan was to get into drag together while we were watching. Oh, because the new season of Holland, Drag Race Holland had just been like, so I was like, come over. We'll watch the new Drag Race Holland. That didn't work out.
Nope.
For us. But anyways.
We couldn't get subtitles.
There's no subtitles when you cast it to the TV. I'm going to email Wow Presents. Anyways.
And Apple TV.
Yeah. Anyways. So she came over and like instantly it was just like, hey, come on in. Like blah, 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 sit down. Like, and then we were just going like Drag Race reference, Drag Race reference, another reference like this, that. Oh, you know that bitch? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, and it was just like back and forth.
What was crazy to me is that I'm a dead dead diehard fan of the show.
Oh yeah,
the YouTube show.
With Trixie and Katya.
That I've been watching since there was only 2 episodes posted when I started getting into it. I like to brag about it.
Yeah.
And I would say something and then Makoa would pick up on it and continue
instantly.
And finish the line. I'd be like, oh my God, this bitch knows everything.
Yeah, because I think you and I both when we are into something, we are
dedicated.
Obsessed. Dedicated. Dangerously obsessed.
Yeah, to the point where you have no life outside of it.
No, not only that, because you're poor because of it.
Same.
I'm
we'll talk about that too. No,
but what the fuck? I would literally not pay rent and go buy something that I'm like, oh, I need to support her. I need to buy the merch.
What is it? Shangela would do save the dolls or support the dolls.
Support the dolls, yeah.
It was same shit. I didn't realize I had never met somebody who was on the same
equally
dedication, who knew line by line, different seasons, different lines of different queens.
I still am obsessed.
And I was like, oh, this is going to be a friendship that I didn't expect to happen, but I'm ready for it to happen. Yeah. And ever since then, we have been we
super
speak
close,
daily.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what was funny to me is I don't speak to fucking anybody daily.
And then all of a sudden,
exactly. So Makoa would text me oh, how's your day going? And I'd be like, what?
What the fuck?
My first response was kind of why are you asking?
Is this spam? Should I report this as junk?
I know. And it was weird to me to adjust to because I don't speak to anybody that often. And now, if Makoa doesn't text me in a day, I'm like, bitch, do you hate me now? What's happening? Why aren't we friends anymore?
Exactly.
Just tell me if there's a problem. Yeah. And it's weird how this friendship developed and it was becoming something that I was like, it's meant to be.
It's so
this
weird.
Way
yeah.
Because we are
sometimes
so
I
connected.
forget that we have high school history and stuff. It feels like we're now new people that just
we're our authentic selves now.
Exactly.
That's the difference. Is that we're actually because you're out now.
I mean, my authentic self is about 30 pounds lighter. But yes, internally I'm my authentic self now.
Yes. And I've, kind of come to more of a comfortability in myself too. So it just worked out.
It just worked. It was just timing.
I'm gonna get vulnerable, but it's also because I've had Prosecco all morning and no food, and I've had nothing but Prosecco. Honey. I've been drinking Prosecco that Makoa's roommate that she sleeps with has been providing.
By the way, we're Ubering to breakfast.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. So we're going to breakfast after this at 12:36 p.m. And what was I saying?
Oh my god.
So we were gonna. I knew.
You said you were going to get vulnerable. So you were probably going to tell us a deep secret. Tell us. Spill the tea.
Secret. I've honestly forgotten.
Anyways.
Anyways,
that's how we met and that's how we're friends. Yeah.
That's how we became friends. And because I was starting to kind of hit a point once quarantine hit. I was kind of I feel like a lot of people went through this. When quarantine hit, I was like, okay, so what am I actually doing with my life? What
a reevaluation, yeah.
What I want.
I think
out
everyone
of my life.
did that because a lot of people had to adjust to things they weren't working.
Yeah, a lot of people lost their jobs,
and friendships were not a thing because you couldn't go see people. Socializing was weird.
Nothing was happening.
I'm not too into. I'm into social media, but I'm not heavy into social media where I get a lot of interaction on it.
Yeah.
So I was but some people are like me, and so they feed off of that in-person socialization, you know what I mean? And I'm over here wait, I have to talk to people online. I don't know how to say something without being offensive online. You know what I mean? Because I can crack jokes and throw shade in person.
Yeah.
But just the way I deliver it is a lot more acceptable in person than online. Yes. You know what I mean? And 100%. I don't want to be canceled.
Exactly, which happens every 4 seconds now. Apparently.
Right now. Yeah. I'm already canceled.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure I said a fat joke earlier this podcast, so now I'm canceled.
Claim you to come. Okay. But what happened was around Christmas time. Yes, it was around Christmas time. I remember having and I'm a very private person. I don't really talk about personal stuff ever. And Makoa was texting me and was texting.
Oh, I was like, oh my god.
Was texting me as you do on the daily, how's your day? What was going on? And I was like, I'm kind of in the middle of a mental breakdown right now.
Yeah.
And you were like, wait, you never say anything. What the fuck? And then you're like, what's going on? And I was like, I kind of need to reevaluate what's going on with my life, what I want to do. Because in high school, and I feel middle school to high school, I was very driven to be something creative, something different, something big. I would always say something big, but I didn't know what it was. Mm-hmm. And it drove me insane.
You knew you had a higher purpose.
Yes, and everyone would tell me, be well, what is it? And I'd be I don't
I don't know yet, girl.
And it was the most infuriating thing because I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I just know something's happening. So I was like, I don't know if I should tell you. But at the same time, I was like, because we just started talking. Yeah. We had just started rekindling our friendship. And I was like, fuck it, let me just say it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I don't really know what I want to do with my life right now. I'm in this job. I work a full-time job. Makoa works a full-time job. And it's a lot of work, both of us. I mean, like, I work at a crisis center. You work in healthcare. Like, it's a lot of, like...
Other people.
Our work didn't stop when COVID hit.
Not only that, like, our work is dependent on us being emotionally and physically available for someone else.
Exactly.
Like, it does not... It's nothing to do with about ourselves at all.
Nothing at all.
Like, it's like the most selfless.
Yeah. It's completely putting ourselves as second, third, fourth, and it's like I never really thought about like what do I want to do.
Yeah.
And so I finally I was like, I'm just gonna tell Makoa. And so I was like, I don't really know what I want to do with my life. I don't know if like this is something that's gonna like push you away or whatever. And then Makoa was like, okay, all right, look, we're gonna try things.
All right,
I'm gonna do it
we're
with
gonna
you.
just do it.
Exactly.
Let's find it.
Yeah.
I was like, let's find what we're gonna do.
I know, because you were like, we're doing it together. Yeah. It's not something you're gonna do by yourself. Yeah. And that's when I was like, okay, Makoa's a real bitch right here. Like that's a real friend.
Let's do it.
And so thus the podcast was born.
So Jasmine has been like, hey, so like let's do a podcast or something. You were like, I want to do some kind of like media. And I was like, okay, let's do a podcast. It's easy. Yeah. Like we'll buy a microphone. Yeah. Come to my house. We'll drink and we'll just talk.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what worked out, because luckily with COVID, a lot of things were becoming a little bit easier to access in some levels. Like my sister and I moved in together in Hollywood at a rate we never would have gotten pre-COVID.
Your place is so cute, though. I love your place.
I love my apartment so much. So I think I'm gonna forever apartment live my entire life, because I just love apartments and I love like the buildings aspect.
You like to live in buildings, okay?
I like to live in buildings.
You mean you like the communal?
Yeah, I like the communal living.
I do too, actually.
I really like it.
I don't know if it's like a generational thing or if just because like we're that poor, but like, I like to live with. I like to live with other people as long as they're cool. Like as long as everyone's cool. Exactly. And so like in our apartment building, for example, we've tried to like infiltrate and like move in our friends. So like where we live.
Haven't tried, we have.
Yeah, we actually have done it successfully. But I mean, so my boyfriend's ex-boss owns the building, so that's how we got like the hookup to like get into it. And then from there, whenever there was a vacancy, you know, they trust Cameron's word or judgment on character. So whenever there was a vacancy, we'd be like, hey, our friend needs a place to live, like, you know, they'll pay the rent, whatever. So we have like 2 friends that have moved in since to this unit or to this building. Yeah.
And I love that.
But I would love to be like all my friends in this building, you know what I mean? That'd be so sick.
Because with where I live, it's a small building as well, and
it's not too big.
It was only built in like 2 years ago, so it's a brand new building.
It's beautiful. It's really pretty. It sucks that it was like COVID time, because you guys have a lot of like communal areas that are like really cool. Like they have like a rooftop lounge with a TV and like, girl, I want to do drag shows on that rooftop.
You already know that that's gonna be your runway.
Yeah, upstairs. like once things like open up and like be more normal, I think. You can utilize it more.
It infuriates me because I'm a concert rat. Like, I'm constantly at concerts, and I live a block away from the Hollywood Palladium, and it drives me nuts that I can't just walk there and go see a show. Yeah. And it drives me nuts.
I was never too into concerts.
I'm a huge concert person. I have been since the 6th grade.
Oh my god! Like the Wiggles or what?
If you
what did you watch?
Out of here.
Hannah Montana?
Nope. My first concert ever.
What is it? Oh my god.
My first concert ever.
My Chemical Romance or some bullshit.
Don't even say bullshit about that. Don't even disrespect. My mom's a super fan. She's like, your mom's a super fan of that? Yes. We're talking about that.
She went to a show at like, how many years ago, Cameron? Like maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. One of their like last shows.
Same.
She went.
She might have been at the same show I was
at. Probably.
Oh my god,
my heart. She's like was like rocking out.
I live and die for My Chemical Romance. They have been my favorite band since.
And it was so funny. Grade. She's obsessed, and she can't say like my mom is. She was born in Mexico, so like she has like a little bit of an accent, but like she can't say Gerard, so like she says Gerald. And it's so funny because
we're talking about that much today.
Because she tries to say his name, and she's like such a super fan, and she's like,
oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, because that was my first love. Was Gerard.
Yeah, she loves it.
Gerard Way from My Anyway, so what was I even talking about? So I go to concerts a lot. So my first concert ever was actually Panic at the Disco.
When they were like,
when they were big. Yes, when that song came out, I saw them at the Long Beach Arena, which is the worst place to ever see a band there. It's the worst place in the world. Arena? It's the most echo-heavy place that you could ever see a band, and you can't hear shit. It's that horrible.
Sucks.
And
Why would they play there?
I don't know. It was a big arena, and it was like half full. But, but we saw them there.
A lot of empty space.
And it was like it was my friend's favorite band. So I went with her, and I was kind of like, I don't know anything about concerts or whatever, but okay, we'll go. But my first act, I don't really count that as my first one because I wasn't like a fan of the band. Yeah. Because I was such like a hipster. I was like, if everyone loves them, I don't love them. I was very that person. And so my second concert, which I count as my first, was AFI. At the Cosmetic Arena in San Bernardino. I got to meet them beforehand.
San Bernardino?
Huh? I was part of... You can fuck yourself. So I got to meet them because I was a member of the Despair Faction. I still have my card.
What is that, like a fan club?
It's their fan club.
Oh my god, I can't.
And I got to meet them
How much did you pay for that fan club?
It was like $25, I think.
A year?
No, it's like overall.
Forever?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The band is...
That's a cheap membership.
Amenable. You're right.
Yeah.
So I met them...
They know their audience.
Let me speak! So I was 13.
Okay.
And I met them beforehand. I got pictures with all of them. And the lead singer is still the first real love of my life. I love him so much. Davey Havoc, shout out. I love you so much. And I have so many tattoos of AFI because I love them so much. But I got to meet them beforehand and then got to be the front row. Because they let you in. They let you in first.
You're VIP.
Listen. So it was like all standing room, and it was like front row. It was like a kind of almost seemed like a high school auditorium kind of
setting. Probably was at a high school.
It was the Cosmetic Arena. You can go fuck yourself. So I was 13 though. I was a child, and I was on the front row. The banister thing came up to like my neck.
Oh my god.
And we had about like 3,000 people behind me.
3,000.
2,500 to 2,500 to 3,000 people behind me leaning on you. I could not breathe, let me tell you. And so it got to the point, like, my dad took me to this concert.
Was he there?
Mm-hmm.
My dad, poor father.
My sister, and my friend Kiki. Yeah. We all went, and I thought for sure I was going to die that night because I got to the front, and I was like, my dad came up, and he's like, do you want us to come stand with us in the back? And I was like, bitch, I got a front row. The fuck?
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
I'm here. Yeah. And he was like, all right. So he went to the back. With my sister.
He wasn't like standing with you?
No, they wouldn't allow him because it was like the barricade. You know what I mean?
Only the fan club.
This is exclusive VIP. Sitting alone in the VIP.
Only the fan club in San Bernardino. Keep going.
Fuck you. So I stood up there, and as the show, like, because it's the opening bands, then there's the actual show. So like the more that I was standing there, the more pressure was coming onto my rib cage, and I was like, I think I'm gonna die today. And then I remember being to the point, because once AFI came out, this was 2007. Okay, I was 13. Girl. I'm not aging myself right now, but
was that when like feathers in the hair was a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Because I had it too.
Yeah, I love that trend when everyone had like a little feather in their hair.
Exactly.
Let's bring that back.
We could. And I stood up there, and once the band came on, the pressure really came, and I started sinking down, and I was like, oh. This is it for me. I'm gonna die at an AFI concert.
This is nice.
And then I finally got the attention of the guy next to me. I was like, "Can you pick me up? I can't breathe." And I remember him picking me up and shoving me over to the security guard. And then like right when because it was like in between songs because nobody can hear you when their song's playing. Yeah. And the song started again when I was about hip way out.
Yeah.
And they all crowded again. I got stuck, and the security guard was like, "I need you to help me." I was like, "Bro, my legs are stuck. Like I can't move." And
wait, was it really that like that?
It was so bad. It was so bad. So he finally pulled me out, and I landed on the floor. And I remember like the band kind of being like,
"Are you okay?"
Yeah, like because I'm obviously a child at this time. And then I like got up, kind of like put my stuff together. I think my bra unhooked, and I was like, "Oh my god."
Okay, where is this story going?
I know, I'm 13. It's not appropriate. But I remember being kind of like, "Oh my god, I don't know how to fix this right now. There's people around." So like I like ran to the back, and I had to watch it by myself in the back. Because I couldn't find my dad, and I was like,
that was anticlimactic. I thought the lead singer was gonna put you on stage and like sit you on his lap or some shit.
Okay, it's not that kind of band. Let's talk about that. It's not that kind of band.
You were 13. Sorry.
I was 13. Yeah. You know, and I
thought this was gonna be like a good experience, but you just ran away.
It wasn't, so I ran to the back and watched it by myself. But it was still great. It's the best concert I've been to since.
I can't believe that. I think I've only been to like a few concerts.
I've been to like 60 something. I have a list.
Oh my god!
I'll pull it up right now.
And that's why you don't go to San Bernardino, ladies and gentlemen. Stay
actually,
far away. Just
don't
kidding.
judge me, but I actually have a list of concerts that I've been to in my phone. I've been to 68.
Oh my god.
I'm curious to know what's on that list.
You want to read it?
No, they're all trash. Moving on. Just kidding.
I'll show you, Cameron. I'll show you.
Wait. Before it gets too late into the podcast.
Yes.
So I had mentioned Retro Reload earlier, right? Where I get like my stuff. Shout out to Retro Reload. I bought you a gift.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'm so excited.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh my god!
I feel like Oprah when it's like look under your seat.
God.
No, like look under your seat.
Is it under my seat?
No, it's right behind you.
Okay.
In a black bag. Other way.
Where's it? Oh. Oh my god.
Okay, so I got Jasmine. So I went to Retro Reload yesterday to buy this
Gorgeous,
what do you call
stunning
this?
gown.
This beautiful caftan. I'll have to post it on I'll post this look on the podcast Instagram.
Yes.
If anyone's in the South Bay, go to Retro Reload.
Yeah, go to Retro Reload. You'll find dope
Located
shit.
Off Norbonne Avenue.
Yeah,
Off
and
Norbonne
they're
Avenue.
gonna open.
Norbonne Boulevard.
Never Boulevard.
They're gonna open up. They're gonna open up like a designer section where they're gonna have like vintage designer stuff.
Uh-huh.
So you know a bitch is gonna go broke. Anyways, so I saw these. Okay, let me give you a backstory.
Okay.
I was there picking out some shit. I got a lot of cute shit there,
Uh-huh.
like the stuff that I'm wearing right now. And then I saw these, and I was like, or did you see them first, Cameron?
I saw them. I wanted them for myself, but then,
Oh,
then
yeah.
I'm like, no, these will be way better for Jazz.
Yeah, we both were like, Jasmine needs these.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
So we were there shopping, and my boyfriend comes up and is like, look at these shorts. And I was like, bitch, what size are they? As if I'm actually going to fit into them. Like, I actually looked for a tag, and they're obviously like the size of my fucking forearm. And I was like, oh my god, like, what size are these? And I was just like fucking drooling over them because they're so cute. And so I was just like, fuck, that's not going to fit me. Like, whatever, I'll just recreate them. Like, I was like, that's a cute look.
Okay.
I'm going to recreate them. And so then Cameron, and then we both like each other. We're like, oh my god, Jasmine would fucking love these. Like, these would look so cute. So that's the backstory.
Oh my god!
So I got them for
Okay.
you.
Okay,
Open them up
okay.
and then tell the listeners at home what it is. Mind you, I put them in like a black liquor store
I know.
bag.
It looks like where you confiscate wine.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I see denim.
Okay,
I
denim.
see denim look.
Bitch.
Silence.
Oh my god!
Her face.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
Tell the listeners.
Oh my god. Okay, so they're like they look kind of high waisted denim shorts, but they have fucking diamond crusted fringe. Are
Yes.
you kidding me?
Okay, so I'll describe it better. They're like high-waisted, kind of like ripped up
Do you love
denim
them?
booty shorts. And there's like these like rhinestone strands hanging off of them, like fringe, like where the
Oh my
thighs would hit.
God.
So like when you walk, like the fringe will be slapping your thigh and you will look like everything.
Oh my god.
So I found these and I was just like, Jasmine would fucking rock the shit out of these. Like at a drag show or something, can you imagine?
At just, to 7-Eleven or like
To your next San Bernardino
Bitch.
concert? Like, I don't know. So we're going to need you to try those on at some point.
I'm
So
trying
make
them
sure
on
they fit.
today. Oh my god. And they have like the Swarovski crystals.
Girl, I don't know what they are. They might be cubic zirconia
Who
or something,
fucking
honey.
cares?
I don't know. They're
look
like super
great.
cute though. I wanted them for myself, and I was
Oh
like,
my
I'll just make a pair. You know.
I'm wearing them to breakfast today.
Girl.
I don't care if they fit or not. They're
Mind
going.
you, she's also wearing these Ross heels that I found in my closet because I was like, we're supposed to go have like lunch, I guess, at this point
Yeah.
after this. And so,
Let me just open another bottle of this.
and
Yes, please.
Jasmine came in like these cute little slippers or whatever.
No, let me explain. I came in slippers because this hoe asked me to show up here in San Pedro at 9:00 in the morning. And I live in Hollywood, bitch. That's not happening.
Yeah.
I sleep till like 12
She does.
every day.
I have to like wake her up every weekend day at like noon, and like I'll FaceTime her and she'll be like, "Good morning," and I'm just like, "Bitch, get the fuck
I
out
know
of
this
bed."
hoe loves to FaceTime me when I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Asleep. And I was kind of like, fuck, I don't know what to do. But oh my god.
Aren't they cute? I don't know if they'll fit, honestly.
They're fitting.
you know
I
what?
don't care.
No.
Even if they're too big, you can just like throw on a little cute belt.
Oh, just stop eating.
I think
Yeah.
that's the point. It's like it's supposed to be just a tad bit hoish
I love
because
that.
it's so
Yeah.
short cut. It's like it's like booty shorts, honey. But
We'll post a picture on the
Swarovski.
podcast Instagram
Yeah,
also.
they're gorgeous.
Do you
They're
see
really
how
cute.
this is literally going to come up to like my rib cage with like the cut of the shorts?
I don't know. It just looked like a. Oh, is that how it goes?
Well, because like look at
Oh,
how
I didn't
this is
know.
gonna
I
be
love that,
like
though.
in my.
And then honestly, like a
Oh, I
crop
don't know.
top
She's
is the
like-
only option.
Girl, I didn't know.
You know.
I didn't know. I saw them and I was like, Jasmine needs those.
Girl, I didn't know. It's gonna be interesting, but I lived the whole life, so it's fine.
Are they gonna be high waisted? Is that what they are?
Yeah,
Yes, they're
look
high
at
waisted.
that. That's high-waisted,
Booty
'cause,
shorts.
like, this is where the crotch is right here.
Okay, so you're wearing it.
And
Wait.
if I'm standing.
It'll sit a little lower.
Oh, they're gonna be like Gaga denim shorts.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love these so much.
Yeah.
Thank
I was just
you.
like, we need those.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm happy you like them.
Oh my god.
I kind of wish you didn't so that I can wear them. No, but they're not fitting me. I was even thinking like, oh, why don't I just wear them
Honestly,
unbuttoned? Like,
They are a little small. I'll give you
I would probably
I don't know.
squeeze into them, but
Yeah, they're
it'd
gonna
be
be-
not the moment because I have no crotch space.
I know.
know.
Just saying.
I
I mean, I don't know if they're
would
gonna fit
love
or
to
not.
wear these with like tights or fishnets.
Yes, I was thinking like fishnets. Yeah.
Fishnets.
Or you can do like stone tights.
Do you remember how I used to wear fishnets in high school?
Yes, I do.
So okay, there's proof. There's proof that I
Yes.
used to wear fishnets in high school because no one believes
Yeah,
me.
she was that bitch. I promise you she was.
I used to wear fishnets and shorts in high school.
Remember when I used to wear American Eagle in high school?
Yeah, I 100% do. But
Devastating.
anyway, so the point being, I love these shorts.
Yeah, those
so
shorts are
much.
cute.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I'm gonna.
Also, I wanted to say
Yes,
that
baby.
next week or our next recording
Mhm.
thing, I want you to do my makeup and put me in real drag.
Again, okay.
Yeah, again. And then because I have an assignment in school coming up, and I think it's supposed to be like a how-to speech or something. It's for like a communications class. So, but I want to do like my topic will be how to
Get
use or how to empower yourself through the art of drag.
I love that.
So I want you to do it because obviously like I can't do my own makeup.
Because I love doing
Yeah,
makeup.
Jasmine's a great makeup artist. By the way, her liner this week is fucking gorgeous. She's like, she has this like cute, like double winged, white liner with a little purple inner corner. Is that what they call it? Yeah, the inner
So
corner.
I
It's
have
gorgeous.
the new Trixie Cosmetics Juice Box Glitter in my inner corner.
Oh wait, is that what you're wearing? Is that
It-
from the Back to the Future collection?
It just arrived yesterday.
Bitch, they ship so quick.
They shipped.
What the
I
fuck?
also live like a foot away from
From her house, yeah. She could have just like dropped it off right.
I know. But
Wait, yeah, you get their stuff so quick.
I get their stuff quick. I used to get it quicker. Not complaining.
Oh, bitch.
But HR department.
Are you listening, Trixie? We know you're listening.
No, but I used to get it quicker. No big deal or anything. But I do get it very quickly because I live really close.
Well, you
by.
get it in time for this.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, so it did arrive yesterday.
It's really cute.
I rushed through. Yes, baby, thank you. Well, okay, you're right.
Just drink it.
I'm not drinking
Sorry,
fast
Prosecco
enough.
break.
I'm
I'm
the
sorry.
bad influence for the weekend. I get it.
Yeah.
It's Sunday. I have to work tomorrow, but everything's
Yeah,
fine.
so does everyone else. It's fine.
We're not getting sloshed.
But speaking of purchasing Trixie Cosmetics, I talked about this a little bit on the first episode that is never going to air because the audio is so garbage.
Yeah.
But basically, Trixie released the Daytime Realness palette
Yeah, the blue palette.
a few weeks ago. And it always releases on like a Friday at 10 a.m. And I was like, yes, I'm getting it. It's going to be fine. And I got last minute asked to cover a presentation that morning.
That's right. I forgot about the story.
Yes. And I got asked to cover a presentation from 9 to 11 a.m. And I was like, oh.
It's not going to work for me. though.
Yeah. It's
So
a
you
no
just
for me,
quit your
dog.
job. Yeah.
So I should have quit.
Yeah.
It's a
Priorities.
crime
Yeah.
at this point. So I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get my Trixie Cosmetics? Because her shit sells out in minutes,
Yeah.
if that. So I was kind of like, I don't know
Because
how
you
to
buy
get
it
this.
all.
Because I buy it, right?
We're so funding her.
I'm
her whole
100%
life.
the person that funds her fucking, yeah, I
No,
buy
you buy all
everything.
her merch,
I buy
though. Yeah.
everything. So,
Even if you don't like it, I feel like you buy it.
we don't need to talk about that.
You're like, wow, way to expose me.
I was
bitch.
like, wow, okay. So I was like, fuck, what do I do? Because I'm giving a presentation. I'm literally having to speak on Zoom from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the palette goes on sale at 10.
Yeah.
So I was kind of thinking, fuck, what do I do? So what I did is I started giving a presentation. I was like, let's take a quick break.
Bitch.
Let's kind of stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get
Yeah.
some water,
Order makeup.
take a quick break. And I was like, we'll be right back in 10 minutes. I fucking full on turned to my other laptop, typed it in, bought the Daytime Realness palette, like the shirt, the stuff that came with it, got all of that. Like at 10:04,
Got all
I
the
finished,
merch.
came right back. How was your break?
Yeah.
Was it good? Did you
everyone
get some?
stretch? Yeah.
Did you
Did you get
stretch?
some vitamin D?
And fully just bought it in the middle of my presentation and like inserted a break there, which didn't need to be because
That's
it's only
smart,
2
though.
hours.
That's so smart. I
And
would've
then
done the same thing,
I got the Daytime Realness palette and it was great.
Yeah, so you definitely have to do my makeup next week.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll do makeup. I do have some certification in makeup.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you should do it for like work, right?
I wanted to be a makeup artist for work for a long time, and then like life kind of changes your
yeah.
Your
I feel like when something's a hobby and then you turn it into a job,
it sucks.
It's like, oh,
it sucks because I took when I was taking like the makeup classes, I started hating makeup.
Yeah, see,
instantly.
that's like, yeah.
It was like I would come home and be like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to look at it. Nothing.
Which kind of sucks because if you're passionate about something, like, why not try to make money off of it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But then at the same time, it turns into a job, and then like, ugh, it's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. So it became hard. So, but like, I still fuck with makeup like really hard on my own.
You like it like as a hobby. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it as a hobby. As a job, not so much. It's not my thing.
It's gonna be your job for me now. So.
Great. So I'm gonna be the Raven to your
RuPaul doesn't do his own makeup.
Nope.
J-Lo doesn't do her own makeup.
Nope.
Who else? Ronald McDonald doesn't do his own makeup.
Tina Burner.
You think Homeboy's going up in that play place with his own makeup and setting powder? No. He's got Happy Meals to whip up.
Talc powder.
Yeah. He's got that real clown white. Like, that's the real clown white.
The midnight clown white.
Who do you think puts him in his lace front and makeup? Not himself.
His lace front?
You think the Hamburglar's coming over?
You think Ronald McDonald has a lace front?
I would expect nothing less.
I expect a harsh line. That's what I expect.
Come on. You think he has a straight ass harsh line wig?
Have you seen Ronald McDonald?
I've slept with him.
Oh, okay. Well,
I call him Ronnie. No,
that explains a lot.
Yeah. Oh. No, but really, so like, I want you to put me in Geesh and like.
Okay.
I want to record my homework that day too, and I think it'd be really fun.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, so next weekend, when we record another podcast episode,
yeah,
we will also put you in drag.
Yeah.
And then get you comfortable, because the last time I put Makoa in drag was Halloween, and it is currently March, so it's been a while. So I put Makoa in drag for Halloween, and that's when your first
That was like my first actually head to toe.
Yeah.
Because like
we put you in 2 corsets.
Girl, I needed it.
Cameron was the MVP.
Yeah,
getting that shit cinched.
Girl, I never felt so I felt so skinny.
And fully.
I remember like grabbing my sides, and instead of there being like Michelin tire rolls, I was like, instead of Longhas, I was like, what is this like? Why does it go in? Like, this is so weird.
You stayed in it for 39 minutes exactly.
Literally, that's what I was gonna say. Because literally, after maybe 20 minutes, it took us hours to put you in drag, and she stood in there for 20 minutes, took photos with everyone, and was like, "I'm taking it off."
Yeah,
we're like, sorry,
done. Girl, those breastplates are so sweaty.
Oh, that's right, because we put you in a breastplate, full breastplate.
Yeah. Well, I learned from the girls at Richard Wheeler yesterday. They were like, "Did you powder up?" And I'm like,
"Yeah, you baby powder it." So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that shit was on my skin.
That's like when you put lube on before you put on latex.
Oh, I thought that conversation was gonna go somewhere else. I was like, oh my god, no, not on this family friendly podcast.
Family friendly podcast.
Girl,
can you elaborate?
Yeah. No, but I get that. Yeah, it should have been something like that.
There's like steps to take.
Also, I was really hot.
It was 1,000 degrees.
I didn't realize how hot you are in all these layers.
It's rubber.
And you're just like shit, and like you start sweating. You're just like, fuck, I don't even look cute anymore.
Well, I mean, that's mentality.
Yeah.
But then we were kind of like, bitch, you're not gonna make it on drag if you can't stand it.
I know. No, it gave me perspective because I was like, oh my god, these bitches are out here, like 3 nights a week for like 7 hours at a time, changing costumes and heels the entire time.
Full geesh.
Flipping, splits, this, that, the other girl reveals, and I'm just over here thinking like, oh my god, I don't know. I was literally in a living room, and I was just like, I don't know how I can even walk on stage right now. Like, I was like imagining like, oh, I can, like, because like getting ready for it, I was like, oh girl, I can do this. I'm gonna go to West Hollywood and prance around on the street and go to the clubs and dance. I thought like in the future, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so good at this. I'm gonna get into the clubs. I'm gonna be dancing. I'm gonna be on stage. People are gonna give me dollars. And I was like, fuck. I walked from my bedroom to the living room, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, is anyone tipping on here? I was like, I don't know if I can walk.
It was a quick switch. But it gave you a taste.
Girl, it sure did.
What to expect.
Yeah, it gave me a little taste, and I want some more.
Yeah, we haven't used like.
But I have to go.
Did like half padding.
Yeah,
there.
I have to go to my. Oh my god, yeah, that's a different story. The padding situation.
With your square ass.
I came out with no padding at first, and a friend's boyfriend was here. He was like, "Hey, you forgot your ass," and I'm like, "Oh my god, what a bitch." I was like, damn, I got read by that one straight guy that goes to the drag shows. You know, the one that comes with the girlfriend.
That's forced to come with the girlfriend. Yeah.
I was like, damn, he read me. I was like,
yeah. It was fun though. It was
Yeah.
a blast to put you like in full Makoa
was
drag
super
because you
fun.
had like a beautiful wig
Yeah.
too.
I also feel like a segment of this show could eventually be interviewing like local queens.
Yeah.
And talking about their drag experiences, you know, because we live really
100%.
close to Long Beach, which is a little bit of a, not an epicenter, but there is a niche of drag in Long Beach, you know, from local queens that go there to perform.
Yeah.
And we're pretty close to WeHo also.
Exactly.
So,
I live
I live
right next to WeHo, and then Makoa lives right next to the Long Beach drag scene. So it works out to the point where we could
do that. And then also we love to go to Palm Springs all the time. So we planned a trip in May, and we're going to a few drag shows there. And I think like it'd be really fun to like have like an on location podcast, you know, like poolside or something, or like, you know, didn't Bianca do that with was it Alaska?
I think it was with Alaska.
With Willem. No, yeah, it was Race Chaser, and they did it with Bianca poolside in Palm Springs. And I thought it was like
Bianca's
so
house
fun.
is like
have you seen? I haven't
stunting.
seen it. Wait, you saw pictures or what?
Yeah, she's posted photos or like different kind of like video or
no
audio
way.
from inside. Yeah.
Wow, I need to see that.
Way to be a fan.
Sorry, girl.
No.
I don't like Bianca that much anyway. I'm just kidding.
You're about to get canceled. Great. Before we start, we stand Bianca Del Rio.
Yeah, I love her. I love to see it. Okay, I think
but yeah, so we'll wrap up this episode now. We were kind of going a little bit back into our origin story.
Yeah.
Because of
next week, I want to talk about shitting my pants.
Okay, we'll talk about shitting your pants. We'll follow
because I have some good stories.
We have a lot of follow-ups.
And it's relatable content.
Yes, we have follow-ups of shitting your pants. We have follow-ups of Granny, like we ended on the last episode. Granny. We have to talk about. We have follow-ups of like ballad songs and stuff. We have a lot of things to discuss. So we'll discuss that again next week.
Yes.
But thank you all for joining us for another episode of restarting the first episode.
Yeah, a first episode.
To pee so bad.
Okay. Bye, guys. On that note, bye.
Thank you for. We have to click. We have to cheers. We have to cheers.
Here we go.
And we're done.